shake, shake that medicine.
Think I could be an extra in Asthma World?
Hey kids! Welcome to Asthma World, the insanely great guide to life with asthma. It's just for the
cool kid with asthma.
asthma medicine, and kids start making fun of you. It really
Stinks, doesn't it?
Asthma's for dweebs, right? I have asthma, I'm no dweeb.
Are you sure about that?
No, but hello and welcome back to my channel. So I decided, as much as I love my editing and whatnot, we are going to do, as you can see, a editing with apps. So we're only going to use apps. We're going to edit some pictures. I got some new stuff going on. My hope right now is to currently, oh whoops, I should probably be recording this way, shouldn't I? Professionalism at its finest. So while I mess around with this, I'm going to see if Jacksepticeye, please. I'm going to see if I can edit with different apps, kind of put it all together and make something interesting and fun and great with these editing apps. Kind of mix a few. I have a few ready at the moment that I've already downloaded, so I'm super excited. We're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna see how much I can kind of, okay. So we're gonna have this awkward space, but whatever. So here we go. So the first ones, so the ones that I have, as you've probably seen before, I do use Photo Labs. I absolutely love it. Makes things a lot easier, a lot simpler, a lot faster. When it comes to making thumbnails, editing photos, things like that, you can just throw on a filter that actually looks real good and do a little bit of extra tweaking, a little extra editing, and some of the work is done for you, and then you can move on, add what you want, edit the little bit that you need, make it the right size, do all that good stuff. After that, I also have Facetune. I also found Photofox and Motionly. Both of those are by, I believe it's called Light Tricks. So I have not really used them much. I used Photofox at first. I gave it a try more just out of curiosity to kind of try it out, but it didn't have as many options as I would have hoped for, even with a subscription. As for the Motion Leaps, I am brand new to that, so that is a new thing that we're going to try today. My hope is that we are going to try and edit something using all of the apps. So we're going to see if we can grab one of my photos, use Facetune, see what we can do with it. If we throw it through Photo Labs, it adds sort of a filter on it. And then the Motion Leap is more what I'm interested in, since we'll already have edited a bit. Because that will add some motion to it. So like if we add mist or clouds or something in the Photo Labs, then we can go ahead and add motion to those clouds in the Motion Leap. But we can always, I can open up Photofox and kind of show that a bit. But our first plan of action is to see if we can create a full, cool, edited photo using the different apps. That is the plan. Enough explaining, let's go. Okay, so we'll start with Facetunes because that is the first one. So I was kind of messing around with Facetunes to give that a shot, to kind of try it out. I think I'm going to have to end up, the fun of working with an iPad is I'm going to have to keep sort of editing the home screen or just kind of doing it like this. I'll see if most things, I think what I'll do is just keep it to a right, I guess, so that it doesn't keep messing around with everything. Let me do a quick check on everything's platform. Yeah, okay, so what we'll do is we'll keep it as such. Like I said, complete professionalism over here. Okay, so we'll do it like this. Why not? We're still gonna have some open space, but it's fine. So we'll start with the Facetune. I was trying to mess around with it a bit. I opened up a photo just to see that the subscription was still there, since it was hitting me with update this and that, and I was like, okay, is this still gonna work for me, even if it's not on my phone but on my iPad? So I'll find a photo that's raw, that's new. Welcome to, I was posting some photography that I remembered from a while ago and I found again so that I could post it as a sort of highlights thing. Not that any of this matters, but so my photography is why that's there. Then I did a bunch of photos, but I want not the ones where I was messing around with editing. I want the ones that are raw so we can edit those. So I guess we could go with something. I guess we can go with one of the ones based on an outfit I'm kind of already wearing. So that would be like this. I don't know what we could edit though. I guess that's what, should we get rid of like the shadows or something? Would that help us? Or should I try smoothing? I haven't really used Facetune, so I don't really know how it works. I don't know what I should do. I think maybe what we'll do is just like click on a bunch of stuff and see what happens. Should we smooth? Would that do anything? What am I supposed to do? Zoom not smooth enough, smoother, use smooth. That is a lot of using the word smoother. Oh, I don't want to watch video. No. Okay. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? Do I just draw on it? I'm sort of like moving. Oh, is that actually doing something? Oh, it is actually doing something. Use eraser where the effect is too strong. Oh, are you telling me my effect's too strong? Okay, so we'll try and smooth it out a bit. I guess where I could use some smoothing, we'll do it a bit lightly. See if that makes any difference. Okay. I don't know that that's actually doing much of anything. Oh, can I maybe fix some of the frizz around my head? Okay, well, I don't really know if that did much. Oh, smoother. I don't think we need smoother. We're gonna leave it like that. I don't know that that made much of a difference. Tip. Tap and hold to view the original. Oh, okay. Tip to undo. Okay. Oh, okay. I do see a bit. Do you see that? A bit of the difference? It kind of shows some of the green on it and then it softens it a bit. So it's not meant to be like super intense, but it does have a bit of a change to it for sure. Okay. My teeth aren't showing, so I'm guessing that's what the whitener is. Yeah, it is, and we don't have teeth, so we don't need that. Peace out. Canvas. Drag. Oh no, I don't plan on cropping anything. Details. Oof, that looks scary. Okay, what am I supposed to do? This is not explained to me what it actually does. Drag, pinch, quick. Okay. I don't understand. Alright, we're gonna zoom right into my eyeball. Do I just draw? What is that doing for me? Oh, is that supposed to be my eyelashes? Okay, so let's see if we can do a bit of a better job here. We just want the eyelashes. There we go. Sweet. Okay, I think I get it. We added to my eyelashes. Okay. Now, what does reshape do? Drag, pinch, drag. Okay, reshape. Use to refine control. Oh, I guess you can make like your eyes or something bigger. I don't know that I want to make my eyes bigger. Oh no. Oh yes, buddy. Yes. Okay. Let's not go with that one. Let's see if we can. I wonder if you can like get rid of some of the wrinkles here. No, it just kind of pulls things. That's not what we want. Listen to me. I got my lip fillers. Alright. As fun as that is not what we're looking for. We're looking to actually do a good job. Okay, patch. Patch does what? Oh, just getting rid of those little marks. I don't have marks that I want to get rid of. I like my little beauty marks and things that I have. It makes you part of who you are. So I have no problems with keeping those. So we don't need this one. We're not going to use it. Tones. Use color utilities. Okay. Palette. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to do. Oh, I guess you can lighten up your face. Got it. Yeah. Maybe we can lighten up. We'll see if we're capable of lightening up like one side of our face. 2 fingers to move and pinch the brush. Okay, so let's zoom in and see if we can lighten up some of the shadow here. Oh no, that's gonna make it like so bright. That just like looks weird. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so not that. We don't need the red eye. Defocus. I don't know that we want to defocus anything. Why is it giving me a video? Like, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I think that just does focusing stuff. Okay, so there's not much that I wanted to really do. I want to add the other effects. I don't really care to add a frame. So we managed to, I guess, do a bit of our eyelashes. I think there's some Facetunes where you can do a bit more, but I think we managed to do our eyelashes. We smoothed out our skin, bit of our hair, and that's pretty much it, right? So not a whole ton that I cared to do. It didn't have as much detail for kind of going after the makeup or different things like that, which would have been more what I wanted to do. I think the point as well is for it to be subtle. Like your point isn't to make it so that it's extremely different unless you're kind of joking around and messing with it. But I'd say different editing, I would want to do like the lighting and things like that. I think what I'll show as well, so we'll save this guy. Okay. I just realized one of the apps I totally forgot to include that I very much enjoy is Pixlr. So as I mentioned before, Pixlr has its own website for editing, a lot like Photoshop. It also has its own app, and what I was just thinking of is the lightening of the photo a bit. So what we're going to do is add Pixlr to the lineup of editing apps we're going to go through. So here's Pixlr. We'll go ahead with... So Pixlr has a lot of different options. It's not like necessarily the same as Facetunes, but it's got a majority of the same options. It's not as specific. If you smooth, it's going to smooth your whole photo. I don't believe it's as easy, yeah, to like kind of zero in on a specific place or lighten up certain things or whatever. But it does have a lot of different features on it, like brightening, darkening, getting rid of spots. You can doodle on it, you can add frames and filters, all these kinds of things. So I think what we'll do is we'll see if we can, lighten the photo a bit. Oh god, it took really long to respond, so I did not know what was happening. Okay, so we'll lighten it a bit. And then I believe if we add some contrast, that is going to help us get rid of some of that sort of fogginess that's sort of on top. Yeah. So work this guy down, and there we go. So that is lightened our photo a bit, which is kind of what I was looking for. So we're gonna go okay on this guy. So that's great. So now we have it a bit lighter. We have some of the contrast to get rid of sort of that like fog that kind of falls over it when you lighten it. So that's been fixed. So now moving on from there, there isn't much more that I want to add onto it because we want to just kind of add a sort of natural fix to it and then move on and add like the dramatic filters. So I'm going to say we're done with this. This shows a bit of it. I'll show a bit of what Pixlr, the app, can do. So these are your different options and just the sort of fix it. You can do a lot of the adjusting, double exposure, adding things on top, rotating obviously, crops, a lot of auto fixes, blurs, healing things, red eye. It'll do a lot of the natural fixings of things. This will allow you to brighten certain spots, darken certain spots, sort of pixelate or doodle on it. Pretty self-explanatory. This guy will allow you with the filters, so doing different things on top of it. You can add overlays and frames, such as what their options are that they've given you. Some of it now does require a membership, however, but there are some free ones. And of course, you can add text, and it gives you a lot of different options. So, with that done, we are going to say done, we are going to save, and we're going to head out of there. So the first thing we want to do is I'm heading towards using Photolabs to create a sort of overlay effect and then to go ahead and add a sort of animation to it. So I was thinking of leaning towards, from what I saw, it sort of creates like a fog around it, and then I know that if we have a sky or a fog or clouds, we can add a motion to it. I know that that has it, but maybe what we should do is check out what kind of motions it has in here. So it looks like we have a sort of confetti, we have glitter, bubbles. I'm not sure. So we'll go back. Okay. Okay, so that's the sort of idea of some of it. So we have the effects. Okay, so water, overlays that you can do. Okay. So I just want to get an idea of what overlays we have to work with before we pick another one. So we can probably do a few then, because it gives me a sort of idea of what we can work with here. So yeah, the fog, like I was mentioning, definitely has. So we'll see if we have something similar to that. We might have to do a few different ones. So maybe we'll affect the sky, and then we'll affect something with water. So we need water, we need sky, and we'll probably do some fog. So maybe 3 different versions or so. Okay, so I think we'll go through. So it has a search feature, so we can go ahead and actually search what we're looking for. So let's try a water one. So we'll head towards a water filter. Alright, so let's see what works for us. So I'll do a quick sort of look. Okay, so I think we'll give this guy a try, see how it comes out. If we're not a big fan, no worries, we'll try another one. So we'll give it time to load, create the filter on top. Yeah, so I think because my face is tilted a little sideways, it's gonna look a little wonky. So maybe what we'll do is just stick with the regular water. I think what I'll do is take a look and see if I can find 3 different filters, save them, and then we'll go ahead and use those. Alright, so we are back now. We actually have 5 different edits onto our photos. So I will do a quick look at those. For our options, this was our original picture that we were using. We have water all set up. Whoops, I've got something open. We've got a water one, like I was mentioning. We also have a smoky one. We then have our clouds. We have some stars. And I threw in an extra one so we could try out the sort of pathing it was talking about with fire. So we'll see how that goes. So going out of this guy, we'll head to back to our Photolab app. Okay, so the first one, now that we're already in this overlay, let's try some of the ones that fit with here. So we are looking for clouds at the moment, so let's try one of our own. New project. So let's try the clouds and see if we can add a cute little moving cloud effect. Okay. Oh, it does sort of add its effect. Okay, so now we see. So these are our different options. So it kind of adds its own effect over top of the effect that's there, but I think our effect kind of helps. So we might want to go towards something more bluish tinted since we have a sort of blue over it, although that is really cool. Bluish. Oh, that's nice with the sort of stars moving behind it. Very nice. Okay, so I think it's really neat, the ability to just add these effects behind you. Very cool. Oh, I think this one fits us pretty well. So I think while it's sort of subtle, I still really like it. I'm not sure what this sort of bar does here. We'll put it in between. So now we have some motion going on behind us and adding a cool effect to our situation. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's very angelic in your face that it's happening. I like this one. Okay, so we're gonna export this guy. So we'll do a video or a GIF, 6 seconds. Yeah, sure. I guess it... Okay, we'll do an export. I think we should be able to upload. I'll do both just in case so that we can upload later and it'll come out alright. So we'll double check our saves. Make sure these came out alright. Oh, I see it. Pretty crappy quality. So I think what it's doing is affecting our... It's a good thing I checked. Okay, so we'll double see 180. Okay, export. And we'll do the GIF. Mind me while I sort of just double check our situation so that we're not coming back to really crappy results. Alright. Okay, so I don't think it matters much either way. So what we're gonna do is I want to see too, actually, if you can add other things on top, if there's anything else we can kind of put with it. So maybe what we can do is, I know that's the smoke, but I wonder if they have this sort of cloud effect or something we can do coming off of us, sort of. Here we go. Yeah, it's neat, but I feel like we are so unaffected in the image. Ooh, not a big fan of the bugs. That's pretty neat. It's cool that we can do these different sort of things. I don't think... Oh, that's not bad. That kind of makes sense with the birds. Very neat. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll keep this sort of effect. And I think that sort of finishes us out. I want to see if we do just a little bit. Yeah, we'll go full extreme. We'll go full flare. Okay, so that's sort of an idea of the effect that we can do with this. I like this sort of cloud situation. I like what's going on. We're going to keep this guy and go ahead with that. We'll do our video and we'll do our GIF. Okay, so moving on to our next one. So we'll do a new project. And let's head over to our... Okay, so here we are. Let's do water next. Let's give that a try, see how that works out. So for water, I'll make sure everything's alright. Water. I find it's really neat so far. It's interesting the amount of like intelligence that comes with the app and what it can do. It's just really fascinating to me. But I'm not sure now how I can sort of draw this onto it. I guess it has to see where the water is. So that maybe what we'll have to do is instead try the bubbles or something. Okay, so it's not picking up the water idea, even though there's sort of the water up top. It seems like it needs more of like a clear lake or like surface of water. But we do have an option somewhere that allows us bubbles. So once I find such a fact, we can go ahead with that. Yeah, I think it's in here. So, yep, there we go. We got bubbles. So I'm not sure why it insists on going sort of in and out. That's just a weird effect. Like, I like the bubbles, but I don't understand why they seem to be going in and out. So I'm not a big fan of this one. So I think this guy might be a bit of a flop. Oh, that's not bad. I don't mind that it's doing sort of this effect. But I don't like the way it's just kind of shaking. This isn't gonna work either. Yeah, it's sort of just buoyancy, just like bouncy, which is just kind of annoying. I don't know if they just have like a really good overlay we can add instead. Yeah, let's see if we can just add a really nice sort of overlay to it. Oh, that's not bad. So if we have a sort of water one, then we can just add an overlay, which is not a bad idea. And then it might not be a total flop. Oh god, the blood. Okay, so that's scratchy. Do we have just water? Water would be cool. Let us surf the... Oh, here we go! See, there we go. There's some water. Okay, perfect. So we do have a possibility here. Very nifty. So I think we're gonna go with this so far. And then with that added, I'm gonna see if it'll allow me to add another one on top of that. Where were we? Overlay. Okay, can we add 2 or we can only have 1? We can only have 1. Okay, well, let us see what we can do. Oof. Okay, so the next thing, let's see if we can add sort of, oh, geometrics, what is this? No, okay. Let's try effects. So we can add some little glittery over our situation here. Yeah, there we go. So something like this. There we go. So we sort of have an underwater moving video GIF sort of thing going on. Not a complete fail, not exactly what I was hoping for, but close enough. So that completes our water situation. I think we just have a few more that I want to try before my iPad just goes whoop. Not anymore, not today. Okay, so new project. Let's see. We have the stars one, which should be super easy. I'm really interested in trying the fog since there's some different effects for that. So we're gonna do that guy. I think I'm getting more used to it. So the overlay should have some of the fog, and then there's also an extra effect. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So we have this guy that we can add. Very neat. All right. Which one fits our foggy needs the most? Oh, I like this. So, like, coming up. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh. So, Photolabs also has an effect where it allows a sort of fog as well that's pre-moving, and it'll allow you to save it as a gift or a sort of video. However, oh, we had this bubble effect. We should put that in the water. However, I do want to just kind of do it ourselves, so that would require us doing it this way. So it seems like it has a lot of effects that I could, because I noticed the snow overlay as well in Photolab, so it looks like there's a lot of effects where you could add the effect and then go ahead and just create your own motion depending on whatever it is you want, which I think is really super neat. So we're going to agree with this guy. And then check out our next. So we have effects. So this is where we'll be able to add some extra sort of smoke going on. Yes, there we are. So I think we're going to keep with the sort of white idea. There we go. And I think, I don't know if we can add some sort of sky behind us. Not particularly. Okay, so I think that gives us a sort of foggy effect that we were looking for, which is great. Again, what's great about this app too is that it doesn't take too long to do something really neat. You add an effect, you go ahead, add the motion, and it really doesn't take very long for you to create something that looks super cool. So I really think that's what's super great about it. Again, he's active today. So I think we're gonna go out of there. That was a quick, easy thing. I'm gonna see if we can open the water one again, and if it'll allow me to then add the bubbles. Oh, does it just freeze it? Okay, so it seems like it just kind of freezes it, which is not what we want. Effects. Overlays. Okay, so I think it was in overlays, so that means we can't add. So we'll do 2 different versions then, why not? So we'll do this. So we have 2 versions of the water. One where like it sort of has the lava lamp effect, and one where it's got the actual bubbles. So it kind of like blends it a little bit more. So it looks like I would think that you could edit videos, but I guess not. You have to edit pictures and then add to it, or maybe I got it wrong. I'm not sure. You can't edit something that's pre-in. I don't know. We'll see. In the future I'll check it out. We'll have to see. So this one should be fairly simple. Because I wanted to just do, I know that it has stars, so we can just literally add some nifty little stars on top, and then we have our glittery overlay. So I'm gonna see if I can find actual, because I could have sworn I've seen like gold stars. Like it's a pretty obvious sort of effect or overlay to have. Oh, that's an interesting one. But we can also add just little dots if that's the case, but I'm pretty sure it should just have the sort of little gold stars that I'm looking for, or just see if I can actually spot them out. It looks like it's got a lot of this sort of fall stuff, but I could have sworn I saw stars. Because I know what we've seen before is it has these sort of things, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking more for like the sort of golden star sort of thing. So maybe what we'll do is, since it doesn't seem to have it in the overlay, but it might have it elsewhere, we'll add some of these little glowy things. Glowing circles. And then we will also go look for some stars. Which might be here. Yes, it is. So it looks like that has some just literal stars. Okay, so we add some, yeah, there we go. So that sort of adds a bit of the stars, a bit of motion with the orbs, and we are set. So again, another really quick, easy thing to just edit, create, is super cute. So we're going to save, and then I'll see how well it moves over to Instagram as well. So our last one, which is going to take a little bit of pathing, which I saw once, so I don't know if I can do it, is the fire picture. So with this guy, I think elements. Yes, this is just adding elements of things. God, I don't know. Can you make it bigger or smaller? Or yes, you can. Okay, so we'll add a little bit of fire here. Why not? The more fire, the better. So we got some fire going. Let's head on out of here. If I know how. Okay, there we go. So we got some fire there. Then we're looking, so it says beat loop. So there should be a way to add a sort of animation to it, I believe, and then you sort of draw. But how that's done, I'm not entirely sure. We'll add some smoke, how about? Yeah. Do a bit of this style. So we got some smoke, we got some fire, animation, geometric. What does that mean? We don't know. Path. Okay. So what does that... Okay, it's just affecting my actual figure. So let's see if we can just go like this, sort of. Alright, so it's not bad. It's interesting. It's a weird sort of effect. I was hoping for a little bit more. But let's see if we can maybe it has some other elements that we can add. And do something with that. Oh, we have more fire. That might actually be better. So let's try... This is fun to like play with. It's probably more fun to actually sit down and play with than to just like watch me play with. But I think it's a decent amount of fun and a real good time. So let's bring that down a little bit. Very nifty. Okay, so that one's this guy, that one's this guy, that one's this guy. So maybe what we'll do is, yeah, we'll go with this guy. So the fire, I think, is super cool. So if you're ready to pose and do the different things, then you can create this like really neat effect with it, which I think is awesome. So that's this guy. See if we can plus and add a bit of extra little fire going on. Pretty nifty. So that's pretty neat. And then you can sort of add your own. Oh, very cool. So then it adds a little bit of extra fire, makes it look a lot cooler. I actually love that. Oh, it is a little sensitive on how you can actually affect options. Okay, so there we go. So now we have some fire, we have some smoke, we've got this cool little pathing effect, and everything looks pretty damn neat. So that is going to be the final one that I was going to do. I don't know if I want to add... I already have the smoke. Maybe an overlay? Ooh, can we add... maybe I'm just going too far now and I'm adding just a ton of stuff. It's just so much fun. You don't want to be done. So maybe if we add sort of like a smoke coming in, like this, and it kind of fogs it. Yes, that looks cool. Okay, so we've got some smoke, we got some fire going on, we've got some darker smoke. It's looking pretty nifty. So I really actually ended up, this one I kind of thought of to do last minute, a little bit new to me. I'm actually really liking it. So there we go. That is going to be our smoke and fire one. So we'll save this guy. Sweetness. Okay, so that finishes up our options. So let's check it out, shall we? So this is one of our options. So we had the smoke and sort of birds and things happening. That was our first one. Our next one is the lava lamp sort of bubbles effect. Then we added just the bubbles instead. It seems like my mirroring is lagging a bit, so it's not showing our bubbles. There we go. Our next is the twinkly star situation, and then one I ended up really liking is our smoke and our fire, which is also lagging. Sweet. Yeah, our smoke and our fire. So those are going to be our options. Now let's go ahead and try and see if we can post something to Instagram before, and if it works with the videos or the GIFs or whichever is better, before my iPad poops it. So my screen, I just realized, is a mess of things. Okay, so Instagram, here we go. So let's see how it handles, whether it would prefer the GIFs. Let's see if it actually works. It doesn't look like it's handling the GIFs very much, so yeah, we're gonna go with the video. So thankfully we did both, so we're going to go ahead and do multiples of this. There's our stars, here's our bubbles, our smoky effect, our regular with our bubbles with the actual lava lamp, and our fog, clouds, and birds. So my recommendation would be to then save it as videos before posting on Instagram, because it seems like that's working better. I don't know if the GIF would then work after you post it. It's just not showing it in our actual like setup beforehand, but regardless, that would be my recommendation, is to do the videos, because that I know for sure seems to be working. So whichever way you decide to go about it. So that is going to be my video for editing and putting together these sort of cool effects using different editing apps. I didn't use so much of one of them, but I kind of substituted that out, one of the Lightricks things, by using the video one instead, and I kind of substituted that out with Pixar. So that is my video on doing this. I think it's so much fun. I really enjoy doing it. Sorry if it kind of gets slow at points. I just kind of like get really into editing, but that was why I also wanted to do the videos, because of how much I love doing this kind of thing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe got an idea of what these apps are capable of, maybe some ideas of what you wanted to do, things you wanted to try, how the app sort of works, some ideas. Like I said, I would recommend sitting down, spending some fun, having some time with it, spending some time with it, having some fun. I don't know how I swapped that right around. And going ahead and just enjoying it, messing around with your own thing. It's very much a sit down and just kind of enjoy it sort of thing. Not too much pressure. It's really simple. It's really easy. It's a lot of fun. And I would recommend posting it with the videos, unless you're posting, I guess, directly to Instagram from some of these sites, or apps, which a lot of them ask you if you would like to do, or even encourage you to do. So that's going to be that for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe got something out of it. Maybe just use it as background noise. Whatever it is, it's all good. And I hope to do some more ideas like this, because I really enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing games and other types of things. But I really like editing, and I like this gave me a chance to do something like that. and that I can mirror and do things on my iPad now. So, like I said, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming around. Hopefully there'll be some more. There should be different videos up as well if this wasn't really your thing. If it is your thing, hopefully I can do it some more. And that's going to be it for today.
Where am I going now? Just falling over.